Well, welcome to another video of the DKS group. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different because I've just posted on the social platforms about an image that's going around social media at the moment. And I want to try and get you to understand it in your own remit, whether it's sports, whether it's coaching, and whether it's business. So let's just touch base on what that image said. And it was joking, and it said bite-sized marketing 101. Subliminal marketing. The use of image and sounds to influence customers without them being consciously aware of it. And you're going to go, hang on a minute, say that again. The use of images and sounds to influence consumers, customers, people, without them being consciously aware of it. Now, I'm incredibly lucky. Personally, I've studied NLP, hypnotherapy, thought field therapy, regressional therapy, and psychology, business development, business mindset. Now, I understand how this works, and I'm actually going to tell you how it works. So everything is done, and everything is done for a purpose. Every business does something right or wrong. Every sports team do something right or wrong, which is why people like me, coaches, psychologists, development people, are so popular. Over here in the UK, not so much, but in America, absolutely massive. They understand the power of the mind. They understand they need to work with the mind. Now, let me show you how this works. So, subliminal marketing, the use of image and sounds to influence consumers. Now, Monday, I put a little video up, a roundup of our amazing weekend. And we were working with these guys, Top Gun, instruction. And I was able to, as a student, learning from my clay target competitions, and listening to other coaches. And I was the only one with a positive mindset. I was the only one telling them how great it was going to be, how good it was going to be, telling the story right. And you're going to go, Andy, yeah, but that's sport, we get that. No. Bear with me and listen. If you want to be the best, you have to practice and you have to train. We get that. You have to do laps around the circuit. You have to kick a football. You have to program it. That is the most powerful thing you have. Your mind, your state of mind, your mindset, your positive mental attitude. Now, this is where it changes because I believe, I know that I am going to be a good shot. These guys are going to help me. But my mindset is there. I get up every morning and I look for the good in the world. And I'm thinking about how good I'm going to be at the weekend, how good event I'm going to have, how positive, how it's going to look, sound and feel to me. It's going to look a good event. I'm going to look for these targets. I'm going to look for the scoreboard. I'm going to feel so comfortable. I'm going to feel so relaxed. I'm going to enjoy the day. And that's at the start of the week. Competition's not to the weekend. So my positive mental attitude is already rolling. The more I put in the telling the story right. Now, let me show you how this works. Way back in the day before we had the social media buttons, if there was a show or an event, you'd have to advertise it 6 months in advance. You have to put the advert on the back of the bus, the newsletter, the local paper, the local gazette, go on local radio. You'd constantly having to push what you were going to do, what you were going to sell, constantly getting people's mind. Start telling them how great it was going to be. Now, with the world of hypnotherapy, you started to say, oh, you're going to run around on stage like a chicken. And guess what happened when people got on stage? They ran around like a chicken. It's about implanting a seed in the mind, telling the story, looking at the story, telling and making them feel. Nowadays, it's a lot easier. And this message, this image was out there. The use of images and sounds to influence consumers. So I'm influencing you all the time, which is why I do it. Now let's think about this. If you've got a strong positive mindset and you know what you're about and you're doing things that you want to do, you're not necessarily influenced by others. But let's start having a look. When I tell you that there's a new product coming out, it's going to look good. It's going to make you look amazing. It's going to feel good on your skin and your friends are going to say to you, wow, you look good. Guess what you want to buy? that new product. And that's what businesses do, and that's what your business should do. It's the art of marketing 101. You start telling people that there's a new product coming out, when it's coming out and how good it's going to be and how good it's going to look, and it's going to make you feel like this, and it's their best design, and it's going to look, and then it'll fit here and it'll fit there. And guess what? They do that. They repeat that message time and time again until it is in your subconscious. Then when they launch that product, guess what you do? You go and buy it. So think about this. Now, obviously, I'm incredibly lucky. The team of people I have around me all buy into the same mindset I have about creating a better internal language, telling the story right. These guys are understanding it. They're working with their athletes and they're going, right, how good is this going to be? How does it look? How does it sound? How does it feel? Let's talk about a positive mental attitude. You know, from the weekend roundup, the race teams that I work with are all breaking it down into manageable chunks. As a coach, I talk about looking for the next best feeling, looking for the rainbow at the end of the storm, looking to be positive, getting up each day, 1%, healthy, wealthy and wise. So now let's break that down into the business section. And now I've been saying for a long time, and this is where you're going to learn from, the leaders create the environment. I say that every video, 120 odd videos, I've said it every time. The leaders work for the staff work for the customers work for the business. Say that every time. Business development is about creating a revenue stream based on the customers, the relationships and the markets. Said that in the last 5 or 6. So hang on a minute. What I'm saying to you is, as a leader, you create the environment. Tell the story right. Support your staff. Tell them how good they are. Tell them how grateful you are. Say thank you to them. Build them up. Because if they feel empowered and it's in their subconscious that you like them, you want them, you need them, and you are grateful for them, they will turn up and work with a positive mental attitude. Hang on, Ed. You're going to say to me, really? And I'm going to say yes. If you treat your staff right, with respect, you tell them how good they are on a regular basis, it goes in there. You say thank you to them. You are creating environment around them. Subconsciously, they feel happy. They feel content. They look forward to coming to work because they're coming to enjoy work. They enjoy what they do. They don't want to be managed. They want to be led. So you create the environment, and that environment is visual, auditory and kinesthetic. The way it looks, the way it sounds and the way it feels. So if you're a manager or a leader, and I hate the word manager, and you create a good environment, a positive environment, and you reinforce that environment, guess what you're doing? Subliminal marketing, the use of imaging and sounds to influence people. The better you make people feel, the better results you get back. Which is why I keep saying, create the environment. Why the hypnotherapists? And I have been one and I am one. We don't book an appointment for next week. We book an appointment for 3 weeks' time. Why is that? Because we've got 3 weeks to tell you how good it's going to be, how it's going to fix you, how it works and how a great result you're going to get. Time for it to go in the subconscious. These guys sending messages every day. How you doing? Have you been practicing? How you doing? What's your mindset? Are you working through this plan? And this is where I have fun with people, because I really want you to understand, when you look in the mirror, the only person that can define your future is you. The more positive you can be. So even if it's a storm now, there's always a rainbow after a storm. And are you looking for the rainbow? And this is an analogy I used with a client the other day. If you're going to a cruise to Jamaica, Jamaica's an amazing place, but you leave from Portsmouth or Southampton, not so warm, and certainly not the clear seas. But guess what you're looking for? Jamaica. But you enjoy the journey. And you're going to go, hang on a minute, this is coaching, this is psychology. Yes, but this works in business. So if I start telling you how great these new football boots are, or how great this new drill is, or how great this new digger is, or how great this new car is, and I start selling it to you and I start putting it on adverts and I start advertising it here and I do a product review there, it's not available to buy. But I'm telling you how great it is, and it looks good and it sounds good and it feels good. And guess what? When it's launched, you go and buy it. Because I've programmed your mind that you need that. Okay, Angie, I'm getting this. Which is why me and the other guys I work with and girls are very good at what we do with businesses. We create the brand, the image and the customer experience, the customer engagement. It's what DKS is all about. We understand the psychology, hence why I've studied it. And it's about the subliminal messaging. It's about going, we're going to have a good day. Let's look at how we're going to improve. Celebrate the improvements. We work with the mind, the attitude, the behaviour. The more you encourage, the more you support, the better the results. Simple. And we understand that in sport. And in America, they go mental for this, absolutely loving it, because they understand the power of the mind. Their mantras, their chants, their everything they do. You look at college football in America. They have more people at college football in America than we do at a Premier League in the UK. And they get up and they chant and they're passionate and they bring it in and it's this euphoric, they are going to win. And hence why when somebody flies a flag, they're so patriotic. It's USA, USA, the chants ring out. We're not like that over here in the UK, but we've got people that are mentally strong. We've got people that create things. Take Sir John Dyson. Absolutely amazing man, believed he could do something. The belief was so strong. He told the story right that he would create something new and powerful and that would change and be revolutionary. They believe in themselves. That internal story is so strong. Mine is, I know I'm going to be good. I know I'm successful. Know that each and every day. And the clients that I help and I work with have got that same ethos. We're growing. We're going to get better. There's a better day tomorrow. Positive mental attitude. Telling the story right. So let's just take that image that everybody threw away on social media. And it was joked, bite-sized marketing 101. Subliminal marketing, the use of images and sounds to influence people. So let's just ask you what you do in your business. Have you created a culture that empowers and develops and influences your staff? Yes or no? Have you created a culture of support where you can support your staff and the staff support the customers? Do the customers feel that they are being influenced? Does it look good, sound good and feel good to work with your business? Let's jump across to coaching. As a coach, I'm working with you to create a new journey, a new pathway, taking you from where you are to where you want to be. Looking forward. Creating a new, better life, the life that you dream of. 1% each and every day. Healthy, wealthy and wise. Okay. Sport, easy. The car drivers. Sammy Bowler. The speedway rider, Scott Nichols, Carl Bickley, the motocrosser, Jake Nichols, the touring car, Bobby Thompson, Ian Webb, cross-country mountain biker, me and a few of the guys, Alan Tite shooting, Sarah on the equines, the rugby players, AJ. The mindset that they have is phenomenal. The strength. I will be the best. I am doing my best. I want to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to do my best each and every day. And look at the results at the weekend. Working with a world champion, a European champion. Sammy got on the podium. Jake Nichols is going to be British champion. We've got a DTM champion. Cambridge shooting champion. We got people going up in their classes in equine. They're jumping higher on the show jumping than they've ever jumped before. The rugby players going up to the next league up. Stood out a mile because of his mindset, his strength, his practice, his ability. So just bear that in mind. The only person that can take you forward is your mind. Think positive, be positive, create a positive environment. If you want to know more, please get in contact with the DKS group, the website. And let's empower you. Let's encourage you to be the best you can be. And let's encourage you to create an environment that people want to work in and work for you. Take care.